Good evening, everyone. This is Chris here with Troutdale Towing. Hey, so I know, contrary to what I've said in the past, that we don't take any ride-alongs. I did mention in the videos, in the previous videos, that we make exceptions to that rule where there's hazards, weather, safety, and health conditions, where there's a necessity to get someone to a certain place that requires an expedited return. And so we make exceptions, especially if you're diabetic, or you have health issues, or there's a medicine that you need to take and you're stuck out in traffic for 4, 5, 6 hours because your truck broke down or the vehicle is malfunctioning, you're running out of your medications, or those medical conditions are exceptions where we actually become what's called as a shuttle. We Uber you out. We either send an Uber out there for you, if it's possible. However, in the cases of this season in 2024, this winter season, no Uber is going to go where we normally go, on ice, on snow. So we become the shuttle. In this case, we got a call. And our call is a customer that has attempted to put on he put on the chains on his pickup truck, an F-350, through the Dalles and Hood River and I guess Multnomah Falls area on Highway 84 because it was required. It was requested by the DOT. He has an F-350 work truck of some sort, and his chains, believe it or not, became all dislodged, or they came off his wheels, or broke, or maybe they weren't properly installed, or whatever. And during that process, when they became dislodged, they tore up through his tires, his dualies. So his dualies are damaged. He's got 2 flats on one side. It's still freezing temperatures here in Troutdale Corbett in the gorge. They did open up the gorge for traffic. If you have chains or road worthy tires, like traction devices or traction tires, they'll let you through. It is about, or wind with gusts of 60 mile an hour. The road is passable. You can see through, but it does require a little bit of safe managing, and considering it's still in the freezing temperatures, there will be spots of precipitation that will freeze as soon as they hit the ground. So with that in mind, they do require semis to put chains and larger vehicles to put chains. This gentleman had chains on. They came dislodged. They damaged his tires. He's now stuck. He's got no one axle in the rear of the driver's side. He's got no tires on there, so he's running on rims on an F-350. And he's stuck in the middle of a dark spot. So he also needs to make it home. And he requested towing assistance from us. Well, our tow truck is going to be available. However, there will be 3 to 4 hour, maybe 5 hour delay due to other calls that were ahead of him. And so we're now trying to make our way to get to him so we can get him back to his home before whatever health issues he needs to deal with, or if there's another requirement that he has, before we tow him. In the meantime, he decided to leave his vehicle on the side of the road. We became the shuttle, so we're going to shuttle him from this location where his truck is broke down to his home, and then we're going to pick up his truck and then deliver that truck to his home or to his shop later in the morning. And so that's the plan. I am now heading en route as a shuttle driver to go and pick up this customer and take him to his home. And we've already dispatched and secured the call for him for tomorrow, or for earlier in the morning this morning, to tow his vehicle back safely to a service shop. So we're going to get him home. So there's the exception to the rule. we do become shuttle drivers when there's a need for that, especially if there's a health condition or an immediate emergency that's a requirement. So with that in mind, we're on our way. Okay, I think we're arriving on the scene here where our customer is. He's got his four-ways on. We're gonna make contact here right off this exit, westbound. We're gonna see if this is the vehicle we need to tow or rescue. Either way, tonight will be just one of those rescue attempts to deliver this gentleman to his home and then come back for this truck. All right, so what we're doing is we're gonna shuttle this gentleman back to Newberg, Oregon. He's gonna leave his vehicle parked here. We're gonna service it tomorrow or in the next few hours in the morning. It's already almost after midnight. And then, or we're gonna tow it to Les Schwab's, whichever. But he's needing, obviously from the pictures you can see, he needs 2 new tires, or 2 good tires. Those are dualies. This is a 12,000 to 14,000 pound vehicle, wide, 8.5 probably, as wide as it can get. So being that it's heavy, it's really hard to get it up anywhere except on a rollback. You know, it's gonna be a job for someone in the morning. It's planned out. We're gonna head on out of here because it's coming down pretty bad here. Again, it's in the gorge. You know, it's freezing time, constantly freezing and defrosting. We're in between. Like right now, it's snowing. You can tell it's snowing. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, it's snowing. Look at the. I don't know. You can see on the. Oh yeah, my windows. Yeah, you can see the snowflakes. Yeah, coming down pretty good. And so we got to get them out of here. We got to get in the warmth. Ultimately, this is a roadside emergency call that we're going to service and get the guy back on the road.
I work in the shop.
Sure. Looks like you shredded the tire. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what there's a chain coil back there in between the dualies. Oh, that's not good.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Didn't damage anything else. The fuel line's all right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got rims. That's good. So, you know, you're in a safe zone.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, that's Bridal Veil off ramp.
Oh, okay.
And so exit 20, what is that, 26 over there?
Okay.
So you're in a good place, at least for now. We're gonna take a look at all the other elements of the truck itself. It's a bigger size than I expected a stock F-350, but this is gonna be 12,000 pounds or heavier, right?
Yeah.
All right, well. Here, after making this delivery, the shuttle delivery for this gentleman to Newberg, Oregon, we're now returning back to our home base, and we're going to work on recovering this vehicle from the freeway and getting it delivered to the customer. We have had luck with changing the tires in many instances where there's a flat out. However, the service shops in the area don't open until about 7 a.m. So the idea is, and this is the approval from the customer, that we are going to take that vehicle, the tires that is, and get them replaced at Nolan's Tires or Point S Tire here in Gresham or Troutdale. as soon as they open, and hopefully the rims are not damaged past use. He did drive on the rims for quite a bit, so from the images and from the initial assessment, it looked like the rims were somewhat damaged. In addition, obviously, to the tire being shredded, the tires, the two dualies. In addition to that, it appears that there's a chain wrapped in between the dualies. We don't know how much damage that chain has caused until we take that tire apart. So, the plan of action. We've got the customer back to his home safely in his bed, resting for the night. And we're going to go back out there in the rain and the cold and the wind and take those two tires off. Take a look, see what the conditions of that chain is and how much damage it caused. Take those tires, as long as there's no additional damage, take those tires over to point S, including the rim. Get those tires or the rim and the rim, or the tires only, changed out with something comparable to the other side, and whatever the customer, at the customer's discretion. Bring those tires back to the vehicle, install the new tires and the new rims, and then transport the vehicle to Newberg, Oregon, to the customer. So that's the plan of action. We're going to try to make 7 a.m. Service shop, and that means that we're going to have to get to the tire before traffic picks up, which is closer to 6 in the morning. Get it down, get it uninstalled, and get it onto the truck back 7, 8, 9, and then make the delivery before 12 midday. So it's daylight and we are heading out to pick up this vehicle now. And so we're heading out there to get this thing and get it onto the bed. The decision was that we're going to get the tires serviced as well. And so our plan is to get it onto the bed, transport it to the Nolan's or Point S tire shop in the area, and then get them to service the dualies, and then transport it to its destination at its residence at the provided address. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. We had to go pick up the roll bed or the tilt bed, and now we're back at it again. The sun has come up. It's still, somewhat all right outside. Snow came down last night, but it cleared up this morning, and the weather is doable. So traffic is moving. We're just about back to the vehicle. Heavy amounts of traffic is on the road. Here's our customer's vehicle right here on the left side. We're just passing it by and going onto the off-ramp. And looks like another vehicle broke down over here. We're gonna worry about our customer right now. And yeah, so let's get set up. Well, here we are on the side of the road with our tilt deck, roll bed, whatever you want to call it, trailer. We're going to load this unit onto it. Obviously, you've seen it in the dark. Now you see it during the day. Customer had chains on it. There's a little bit of dirt on the front bumper, as you can see there. There was a bolt on the front of the ground here that was loose. There's some scratches, minor scratches and dings up in the front. Lights are operational. Front tires are good. As you can see, the rear tire is completely trashed. We're gonna try to get that serviced. Everything seems to be here. I don't know what the customer left behind, but my main focus is to try to get this vehicle serviced. The sides, the rear, the passenger side seems to be fine. The driver's side, obviously, is where the chains fell apart and dragged and damaged. All the lock boxes seem to be secure. There's some damage to the trim right here. Windshields are good. A little bit of dust and dirt and residue from going through snow and dirt. But ultimately, our main concern is this right here, right? So we're in position. We're going to tilt the deck, and now we're going to get it loaded. The only thing a lot of times you got to be worried with these decks is the slick surface, especially when it's icy outside. It gets concerning because you slip and slide going up and down on it. So a lot of times we get the winch to pull us up. In this case, it's pretty clear we can make it up, so we should be okay. We're lowering it down in position, and then we're going to readjust it. This takes a little bit of time, especially considering the weight. But it's important to make certain that it's leveled properly, and then you drive it just so gently once it's up on top. We're gonna move it forward now. what you're saying. Perhaps that last wheel there is too close to the edge. The truth is, yes, it is, because when we lifted it up, or we pulled it up the hill, up on the ramp, it slid a little bit to the left, but it's still within the length or the width of the trailer, so it should be good. We're going to strap it down and get it on the road. We got it all the way to the very front. We're going to secure the wheels up in the front, supporting it on this particular bump in the front. We're going to tie down the bed itself, and we're going to tie down the wheels, and we should be good to go. The truck is on the bed safely. We're going to put the four-ways on, leave the lights running, and then we're going to head on the road. Okay, so we got the truck strapped up on the bed itself, tied down at the front, anchored in the front by the tow hooks, by the wheels, by the axles. We got the rear tire supported as well and strapped down. We got it chained back. We got binded. The frame is binded with two different J hooks from it sliding left and right. We've got this tire strapped in as well, and then we got it strapped in as well and locked in place. The vehicle is in park with the handbrake or the parking brake on, and it's ready to go. So here we go. The customer mentioned chains, the ones that fell off his truck. I located them on the side of the road here, and we're going to take them back for him. So he has the old chains that came off the trailer. So hopefully these are still good to use. But we found them over here on the edge of the road, and so I picked them up. I'm going to put them in his truck. Just like that, we get a call from the customer who is now, eager to get their vehicle, which is totally understandable. We were en route to Nolan's, to Point S. I keep calling Nolan's or Point S Nolan's because I'm so accustomed to that service shop being called Nolan's. It used to be Nolan's Tires up in Gresham. They have done tremendous work for us, and I can't say enough good things about them. Not everybody's great in every place, but Nolan's has done wonderful for us. Now they're recognized as Point S. So anyway, en route to Point S, customer calls, says, you know what, we really need the truck earlier. We can't wait for Point S to service it. Why don't you bring it over to us in our city, which is Newburgh, and bring it to Les Schwab's and have them service the tire or put in new tires. And that's where we're heading right now. The road is perfect. I mean, it's still 34 degrees, 35 degrees, but it's ideal for traveling. There's a lot of traffic. Obviously, it's Monday, the Monday after snowstorms, a week and a half of ice, and everything is defrosted almost, except the side streets. Yeah, it should be a good drive to Newburgh. Vehicle strapped, secure, properly positioned on the trailer. We're going to make a quick stop here and check our straps and make certain that everything is good to go on the way. The tilt decks sometimes are slick, like I mentioned earlier when we were loading. Sometimes they're slick. We have had a dovetail trailer that we have hauled a few different pieces of equipment on, and that dovetail, 53-foot dovetail, we went over to Pendleton, Oregon, and we were there overnight, and it froze. It froze. The deck froze. Everything froze. And so, and in addition to that, you got that corrugated metal, not corrugated, what do you call it? That diamond-plated metal, sheet metal or steel metal that's, in some places of the deck. Well, that could get slick sometimes. And if you don't have your vehicle or your equipment properly secured, well, that shifts left and right. Sometimes it shifts forward and back. So you got to pay attention to your deck, to the weather, to the frost on the vehicle, frost on the low boy if you're pulling a low boy, if you're pulling a flatbed, or in this case, roll back. Make certain that everything is secure properly and it's not going to slick and slide off your deck. And so we've done that. And anyway, we're heading that way to the customer. All right, guys. So we made it here at Les Schwab Tire Center, and unit is unsecured. We're gonna roll the bed down, and we're gonna drive it off. And that's all there is. So we're here with, remind me your name. Would you like to be on camera?
That's
on my
fine.
YouTube channel?
That's
Beverly. Vehicle's back here safely.
Yep.
Les Schwab's going to take care of your dualies. We spent some time over there at Point S, but you know, they're so busy over there.
Yeah.
And so we're happy that we managed to make it here before 12. The plan was to get here before 12.
I know.
And
you did good.
Thank you. We're gonna pack up our stuff and take off, and you know, you guys be safe out there on the road.
You too.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you have a dangerous job.
We do what we can, but yes, we're
Yes.
absolutely
Yeah.
very cautious, especially this last week. It was tremendous.
Yes.
So thank you for your business, and you know, hopefully we don't see you this next year, but
Yeah.
but if you feel like you need to give us a call, feel free to give us a call.
Sure.
All right, you guys, so we have finally delivered this unit. It didn't take too long, but it's here in the hands of Les Schwab. We got it down onto their dock, and they're going to work on changing the tires. The roll bed did wonderful, and now on to our next call.